Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another exciting Minecraft discussion. Today it's drizzling, and that kind of is feeling pretty good right now. See how it lands on the camera, don't know. Don't care, we can always start over, right? Who cares? All right, so my name is Kimberly Quinn. I'm here with little G. There he goes. I thought we did see when it starts to get it's August, right? Gets plush like this. See how plush all that is? You can see where the bears kind of lumber on through, and there's a lot of them up here. So we saw some bear entrances, a bunch of them up close. If I'm not sure if I'm near them right now, again, because the woods kind of looks, blends. But if we do, I'll show them to you. Okay, so I think I said my name. All right, so there we go. So what I wanted to talk about today is when we, grudges, and we think we're holding on to a grudge. What's really going on is the grudge is holding on to us, and we can think think we're all powerful. Maybe the person isn't even here anymore. Yet we're holding that grudge because we feel powerful. We feel like we're punishing them. We're proving a point. We're teaching them, and sometimes we're going to hurt them like they hurt us, and we don't want to maybe do what they did, but we can sure as heck punish them by not letting go of it, right? And I don't think we always, even if we get it intellectually, we don't always get it emotionally and spiritually, because we can get wrapped up in our limbic system, which we talked about that. That's a fight or flight. I'm sure most of you are aware. It's the worry circuit. We've done a lot of talking about that. It's emotional headquarters. So it also has a whole lot to do with anger and resentment. And I think a resentment is kind of like barbells at a gym, big heavy weights just sitting on our shoulders. And we can be seduced into grudge holding. Usually the the appetizer to a grudge is of course anger and resentment, shame, and we can just reside in that and think and feel, be seduced to feel like we're sitting on top or something, of like king of the mountain and we're the king or queen or whatever. And it feels like that, but in reality we're really at the bottom. We're really held hostage to it, and we're giving that person our power, like giving it up on a silver platter, like a beautiful Italian china. Like, here you go, take my power. Take everything I've got going on in my frame, in my authentic frame, and here you go. Think of that price of that, my God. And the thing is, we often don't realize it. So once we can't do what we don't know. Once we do know, once we become aware, we then have the responsibility to ourselves, right? Dr. Dave, we have the responsibility to ourselves. And what's wild is once we do let go of the grudge, once we do realize this and let go of the grudge, we feel so much lighter. I mean, emotionally, the emotional equivalent of 50 pounds or something. We just feel light. And we don't realize until we do that how buried we were under the weight of judgment, resentment, anger. And it doesn't mean that whatever, the grudgee, okay, whatever he, she, they has done to us, it doesn't mean it was okay or right or justified or anything like that. No. And so often what prevents us from letting go of the grudge, which keeps us in this trap, is that we think that for some reason that if we forgive, and I was kind of steering away from that word just because for some people it's a hard one, just say let go then. Release, that's another one. Release and forgive. It's all rhetorical. It's about the spiritual choice to move on. Okay, so the forgiveness thing, releasing thing, letting go thing, what's often in the way of that is just that, is that people think it gives that wrongdoer, offender, perpetrator, however, a pass or something, that if we don't hold on to this grudge, they're going to think it's okay. They could maybe even hurt me again. I want them to hurt like I hurt, whatever. So here's the thing. And I've said this before in previous videos. I'm going to say it again because it's so amazing. Claudia Black, leader of the ACOA, Adult Children of Alcoholics movement back in the 80s, had the best definition of forgiveness I have ever heard. And because we've heard the whole cliche, right? To forgive means to forget. Forgiveness is forgetting, blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the thing. The mind is not it's like a computer in some ways, not always. It's not like a DVD player. It's not like we can just hit the delete button on a memory. Obviously, people who've experienced trauma are trying very hard to not relive all that stuff, right? It's not that easy. So I love how she says forgiveness has absolutely nothing to do with forgetting. It has everything to do with remembering and choosing to move forward. Remembering and choosing to move forward. So if you're waiting for the memories to go away, not going to happen. If you're waiting for the forgiveness or the let it go fairy, I'm thinking Frozen. If you're waiting for the let it go fairy to open up the heavens and then dump let it go dust all over your head, that's not going to happen either. It comes down to a choice. We have to choose that we are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's a cliche borrowed from the 12-step programs. They've got a lot of good one-liners that a day at a time. I love that one. But we get sick and tired. Like, we're sick of listening to us. Can't imagine what everyone else has got to be sick of listening to us. And again, it doesn't mean it's not legit. No one's saying that. We're just saying that the grudge, we don't hold the grudge. The grudge holds us. We really need to get that. And letting go of the grudge is a gift we give ourselves. Letting go of the grudge is a gift we give ourselves. And it's Dr. Jakes, a friend of Oprah's of mine. Neither one of them are aware we're such good friends, but we really are. I have to paraphrase since I'm not looking at it right now. But he says basically that when we hold on to our past history, it's at the expense of our destiny. It's at the expense of our destiny. So the part about the grudge holding us, the grudge holds us and keeps us from achieving everything we're meant to be. So we're actually giving that person even more than they already took. Because only so much physical, emotional, spiritual energy one day. Think of it like a pizza or a cherry pie or something. Seasonally, that would be very good. So, and we're just giving a slice back to something that happened in 1998 or 2018 or 2 weeks, whatever ago, right? And we're giving, these slices of this delicious cherry pie to the past that's over. Even if the person did something horrific, we're still giving them pie. That's nuts, right? And so that leaves less pie, less cherry pie or pizza, whatever, all that, 100% of our emotional and spiritual and physical energy for what we could become. Do you really want to give that to that jerk? No. What's your rephrase? No, they can be jerks. It definitely can be jerks. And certainly the assaulting crew are not fans. Really, obviously, that's, if we separate people from behavior, it's the behavior that we don't care for, right? Underneath there is a spirit. It's all that broken behavior happening, that obviously affects other people, because as we know, hurt people a lot. I'm not going to say always, a lot. Hurt people. So here's the thing. Do we want to hang on to that grudge so that the grudge has this grip on us so that it prevents us from being our very best self, that writing that children's book or having that partner, having the kids, doing whatever, because we can't invest all our full selves into it? No, it's not worth it. Okay, so that is my main message today. Let it go. Because when we hold a grudge, the grudge holds us. Don't give your power away. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off with Little G in the deep woods of northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.